What's going on, everyone? J-Rez back with another episode of the Rescueality Podcast, where we dive into the reality of rescue. Today, 700 animals reportedly found on a property in LA County, California, and kind of what's up with that. So, report came in that over 700 animals were found on a property in Lake Hughes after they received a whole bunch of complaints. So there was over 70 responders of animal control, different vets, rescue teams, services of all kinds that went to this property, and what they found was just absolutely insane. So the property reportedly was filthy and way overcrowded. Overcrowded is an understatement if you have over 700 animals on site. Now, this is still a new story, but kind of through the grapevine of rescuers, and I'm part of a bunch of rescue networks along with a bunch of other people, is that the reports are closer to 300, and I think some have been updated to shows closer to 300, 350. It was about 250 dogs and about 65 cats or so. Still a lot, over 300 animals on site, which is one of the largest animal seizures in LA County history, which is insane because LA County is known for crazy stuff. So it hasn't been super reported, but apparently this was an animal rescuer. An animal rescuer that turned into a hoarding situation. But again, kind of through the grapevine, what I have heard from quite a few different people and what people are posting is this was a person who was, you see online where someone says, I pledge $50 to rescue this dog. I pledge $100 for this cat to go to a new home. I pledge $100 towards transportation costs for this rescue. Very widespread, very common, very good. However, unfortunately, I think this person took it a little too far. A bit too far. And apparently what is being reported, I don't have 100% confirmation on this, but what is being reported is this woman would take all these pledges, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, take the animal, and then kind of just let him be, which is not a rescuer, not a rescuer at all. It says here, animals were found in crates, little separate buildings, in a huge packed outdoor enclosure. Many animals lacked proper care, sanitation, and medical attention. That kind of goes without saying. One person taking care of over 300 animals who isn't even really a rescuer to begin with. I'm sure intentions might have started fine, and it was trying to actually save and help these rescues that needed homes. But unfortunately, greed goes above many things in this rescue world. I've mentioned it in a couple episodes, but fake rescues are huge in the rescue world. There are so many fake rescues. And now, fake rescue is a broad term. What exactly can a fake rescue be? I could do many episodes just on that, but essentially, a fake rescue is a rescue who doesn't put their rescue animals first and is just trying to get monetary gains, or just trying to get public recognition, or just trying to get famous, or something along the lines of that. This one was for, I believe, monetary gains, and you can make a lot being a fake rescuer. When it comes out that you're going to have a big downfall. But there have been fake rescuers who make thousands a month, tens of thousands a month, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year rescuing animals, which sucks because it diminishes all the good that the real rescuers are doing. Well, how can you spot a fake rescue? And what is a fake rescue? And how do I even know if rescue is real? Well, usually these rescues have, they show that they're more kind of into the shock factor. I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of those videos where they'll post, this animal and this dog has 48 hours left, but if I receive X amount of money, then maybe I can get an extra 48 hours for the dog. Or this litter of cats is going to be put down in 24 hours, but if I receive this amount per month by this many people, I can go ahead and take them. And it really sucks because there's genuine people who are like, hey, I can help, but of course taking on rescues isn't cheap, not by a long shot. So it gets really difficult unless they're blatantly obvious and they're like, send me money, send me money, send me money. And there's a couple pages out there that actually they go and they find fake rescues and find these people who are claiming to be rescues or claiming to be nonprofits when in fact they are not. And that's good. It's really good pointing out the people trying to steal from real rescues out there. Now, as for this one, quote, responders needed protective gear and respirators to enter safely, which is gross. Because on average, there's about 250 dogs. On average, a dog uses the restroom, number 2, 2 or 3 times a day. So that alone is, say, 250 dogs. That's about 500 to 750 piles a day, every day. Not to mention all the number ones and that ammonia that is coming from all the urine that is building up, which is gross. So that absolutely is insane. Now, the crazy part is neighbors have reported noise, smell, and concerns for years. And they were never either checked out, they were never, I guess, that big a concern. No one even really went by, which is very concerning. And that's where you get into the politics of rescue. Now, I try and stay out of politics when it comes to rescue, because at the end of the day, we're all here for the animals and to rescue the animals and to give them a good chance at life. But politics actually does play a fairly important part in rescue, especially when it comes to all the bills that each state does regarding their different avenues of rescuing, what you can do, what you can't do, what animals you can rescue. But then we see something like this where animals being neglected, over 300 of them being neglected for years, and nothing really came of it. And my question would be why? Why weren't any of these concerns concerning? If you receive one complaint about something and not another one, okay, it could be someone's having an off day or your neighbor doesn't like you or whatever. If you're receiving multiple complaints through a long period of time, you probably need to check up on it. Now, it could still be not a very important case or a big reason to check up, but do your due diligence if you're receiving that many complaints. So, unfortunately, many animals are going to be put down over this. Now, here's what I'm thinking. This isn't proof, or I don't have any proof on this. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that since this is a hot topic right now, everyone's going to try and want to save these animals. Good. But if you know anything about the Los Angeles County animal system, animal care system, it is not good. So many. There's already no room. So how do you make room? Well, if there's a cage with an animal in it, you got to get rid of the animal in order to make room for the next animal coming in. Sucks. But unfortunately, that's where I'm thinking it's going to go. I hope not. They're asking for a lot of rescuers and asking for a lot of fosters to step up. But realistically, it's going to be extremely difficult. This is not a situation that is going to be done overnight. And it's not a situation that is going to be easily fixable. And it's going to require many, many hundreds of people. And a situation like this might even require laws getting changed in order to prevent things like this. It shouldn't already happen, but it's still happening. So maybe laws won't change anything, which sucks. Seems like it's a lose-lose situation all around. But if you have any questions about this, you want to see more, everyone is posting this. You can go ahead, comment, let me know. And I feel bad for all these animals who they should have been taken care of, but unfortunately they weren't. And the Los Angeles County Animal Services that are already overwhelmed are even more overwhelmed, which is just not good. So thanks for watching this one. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.